All right. So now after we have seen the three objects, the three visual objects that are there using memory pegs for all numbers, let's see what is the strategy to memorize them when it comes to memorizing a data of numbers. So let's once again go to our website, our, the plot portal, memoryjambori.com, which is aidev.memoryjambori.com. We'll go to the practice test, and now we are going to be going to 5-minute numbers. Let's go to 5-minute numbers. Make sure you have not selected the grouping of any other number. Always make it the grouping of 1. Okay, so we have the grouping of 1. Draw lines. I'm selecting that. And then I am coming to start. When I go to start, now what you will see is you have the after the the screen for 5 minutes, you have the numbers. Now you have to think of objects. So what are the objects for these numbers? We will create story for those. So 9. 9 looks like what? 9 looks like line. So I was drawing a line, and on that line, I punched it with my punching glove. 9 also, 9 is rhymes like line, and 9 looks like punching glove. So I was drawing a line, and then I punched the line. As I was punching, a swan came. So what looks like 2? 2 looks like swan. A swan came, and swan. What did the swan do? The swan flew to heaven. 7 is heaven, right? Swan flew to heaven. In the heaven, there were 5. 5 is what? 5 is hive. So we can think of either hive. So there was hives, bee hives in the heaven. So 9, I was drawing a line. On the line, I punched it so hard, a swan came, and the swan flew to heaven. In the heaven, there was a hive. The bees were there. And from the hive, the pencils were falling. What is falling? Pencil. One is like pencil, right? Pencil. And these pencils were stolen by a seahorse. What looks like 5? Seahorse. So all these pencils, the seahorse took and ran away. Where did it run? Seahorse gave it to butterfly. Who took it from seahorse? Seahorse gave it to butterfly. And the moment butterfly got it, she started blowing whistle. What is 6? 6 looks like whistle. The butterfly started blowing whistle. And as she started blowing whistle, a snowman came. What happened? What happened? Why was blowing the whistle? Right? We have formed the story. Let's do it from the top. So I drew a line. The line, I punched it with my punching glove. The swan came, scared of the punching glove, and she flew to the heaven. In the heaven, there was a hive. From the hive, the bees were dropping the lines, pencils. The bees were dropping pencils. And these pencils were collected by a seahorse, and seahorse took it to the butterfly. Butterfly collected so many pencils, and she started blowing whistle. She was calling snowman. So snowman came, and snowman took the pencil and went away. Okay, so this becomes my story. Now let's try to recall. So my story began from making the line. So I was drawing the line. The line, I punched it with my punching, line is 9. 9. I punched it with my punching glove with this 9. And at the moment I was punching up, what came? Swan came. So swan is 2. Swan flew to heaven. Heaven is 7. In the heaven, there was a hive. Hive is 5. From there, the bees were dropping what? The bees were dropping pencils. Pencils is 1. 1, it was collected by, who was collecting the pencils? A seahorse was collecting it. So seahorse took all the pencil, gave it to whom? Gave it to a butterfly. Butterfly is 3. And butterfly, when she got this, she blew whistle. Whistle is 6. Whistle, listening to the whistle, who came? A snowman came. Snowman is 8. And snowman kept all these things onto a pencil. Right? So this is my story of all the numbers. I'm going to submit it, and let's see what is the score we get. So we did 11 digits, and plus 1 is the bonus. So we got the score of 12. And this we did very fast. We just did 2.5 minutes. Trust me, with practice, you will start seeing objects in numbers, and you will be able to actually recall them. So this was the strategy of when you see the numbers, look at them like objects. Look at them as pictures. Connect the pictures, form the stories, link them together in the form of objects and images, and then try and recall them, right? So that was the strategy. Go ahead, go to the art site, do your own practice, and go and attempt. I'm looking forward to see you in any of the memory championship and see you as a champion.